Honk.
And we're live. Hello, everyone. We are here on Variant Rolls playing some Descent into Avernus. Eugenio's normally here, but I am here instead. My name is Victoria Rogers, and I'm normally found over at the Broadswords. We're an all-woman and non-binary actual D&D actual play podcast. For myself, I have helped produce and co-write narrative design some podcasting events for Wizards of the Coast, and I was a consulting producer for D&D Live: The Descent last May. So I've done a lot with Avernus here. And yeah, so I've been asked to step in to kind of run this session. So why don't we introduce each other, or ourselves, and talk about who you are as a player, what your characters are, and also because I'm not always familiar with with everyone too. So your character's name, your character's race, their background, class, and I would love to hear their bond. I would then also like you to state one opinion your character has for the other characters here today.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That's gonna be
so very
That's
dangerous.
gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a thing.
yeah.
So why don't we start with Wally?
Okay. Hi, my name is Wally. Go by he/him. You can find me on the Twitters. Wally132. My character that I play is Captain Julius Redhands. He is a tiefling rogue pirate. Pirate is his background. He's a swashbuckler rogue. A bond that he has is that it was definitely the first ship that he was on, because that was a ship that liberated him from a lot of bad stuff in his life. So that's like the big bond that he has. And his opinion of the two other characters are here today.
Yeah.
So let's start with Charity. Charity is one of the, because Charity is someone he can rely on. He relies on as being that fellow tiefling. So he can rely on them as like a yeah, you get me in everything we do. And because they were on a ship together, they have that bond of like former crewmates, as being crewmates and everything. And he will always jokingly call them his Dawn of the Sunlight, or his sweet precious prince, for no apparent reason. He just enjoys doing it. But that's what he'll always do. He will always call Charity these sweet names. Scribbler, on the other hand. See, because Scribbler is a wizard, so he views him as this like very haughty intellectual type, and that doesn't understand the meaning of fun or humor or enjoyment or anything. So whenever Scribbler says something funny, he views it as this grand like event that the planets have aligned properly, and he was able to use the muscles in his body to crack a smile. So that's how he views him. But he can rely on Scribbler big time because of that. But yeah, that's how he views him.
Okay. And let's go to Mike.
Alrighty. Hi guys, I'm Mike. I use he/him pronouns. I will be playing Charity. They use they/them pronouns. They are a once beautifully shimmering golden skinned tiefling who, at one point or another, when they began to take the descent into Avernus, their features became more tarnished. The like almost natural contour of their face almost looks like when gold starts to get a little dimmer in places and oxidize.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the word. I woke up maybe half an hour before this. We're going great, folks.
Coffee.
Lifeblood. Anyway, they. This is interesting. Just personally, they were at one point an entertainer in their past life before Avernus took them. They played around all of Waterdeep and then found their way onto a ship that was being helmed by Captain Julius, and served to the right hand of Julius as their means of parley, as their means of communication, and as their means of entertainment on the ship. They formed a solid bond through that, and when Captain Julius pulled from a deck of cards on the ship and burst into a writhe of flames and was taken from this plane, Charity swore an oath to something to get him back and took a dive to go and tell a tale of the captain who went to hell and back and the bard who went to hell and back to get him out. So the bond that they have is with Julius. But the bond I have written down is I idolize a hero of the old tales and measure my deeds against that person's.
So current tales. Then.
Current tales now.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. And do you talk about their deeds all the time? So are you always narrating Julius's deeds?
Oh, absolutely not. No, since they got down into Avernus, they've watched Julius just kind of spiral into like, okay, well, this is happening. And he's like, where's this captain? They're just like, where's this captain that I once knew who helmed the ship and made everyone feel like, you know what? We're going to get through this storm.
It's almost like Julius had dumb luck in every single thing he did.
So, yeah, Charity's current bond with Julius is like...
Okay, that's interesting. So then there is some serious kind of like if you're idolize Julius. So now you're seeing kind
Not
of
idolizing Julius, idolizing old heroes of song and story and matching my deeds up to theirs.
Okay, but you said your bond was with Julius, so you were hoping Julius would be one of those people that you could then tell stories about.
Absolutely.
So
and
now...
also using Julius for my own means of telling my own tale as well.
Yes. So now you're kind of questioning. Okay, so there's a lot of internal questioning going on at this point.
I'm always, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of gears turning up there as to who Julius has become, as opposed to who I've become.
Is a tale in and of itself.
Dun, dun, dun.
Quite. And so we've given a little bit of thought on Julius. Now for Scribbler. Scribbler. Scribbler is a dark mirror that Charity looks into often and with disdain.
Wow.
Because they're the antithesis of what Scribbler is, just by sheer means of intellect and reason versus drive and passion. In Scribbler is pushed forth with a sense of like duty to what he had previously done in life and is still trying to uphold and maintain that for the time being, at least from Charity's perspective. and he is always working with his mind to try and solve a situation. Whereas Charity is always on impulse and action, but with thought reeling and trailing behind it to follow in suit.
Okay, so what you're telling me then is Charity doesn't think intellect and logic can have drive.
They can, and he's shown, Scribbler has shown that
Okay.
it can, but Charity thinks that the drive you need down here in Avernus is not that kind of drive.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I should let you know as well. I am a warlock of Baal.
okay.
The,
Yeah. So that's
once-
the oath you took. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was more so. At first, it was a means of getting down into Avernus to save Julius,
Mm-hmm.
and then it started to corrupt from within along the journey to find Julius.
Mm-hmm.
To which now their main goal is to climb the hierarchy of hell and allow everyone who they value like free passage out and in at their whim.
Okay. Well, that is a lofty goal. Well, I don't think I'm going to help you with that one here today, but
Oh no, I don't help myself with that one.
No.
all right, Jeremiah.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah McCoy. I'm Techmore on Twitter. I use he, him pronouns, as does Scribbler. Scribbler is, he's sort of, not refugee is the wrong word, but he is in fact an artifact of a different world. He is from Ravnica. And
shoot. Sorry.
that's all right. What's up?
I don't know what happened. We all disappeared off of Twitch.
That's charming.
I don't know. Oh, dearie me. They can hear us, so keep on talking.
Yeah, they can still hear us. But yes, so he's a refugee from Ravnica. He actually went to. He is a member of the Azorius Senate. He is.
I don't know how to fix this.
He is a purveyor of law. He's a sage. He studies law and words and magic and how it relates to those things. And actually ended up being thrown out of Ravnica by accident by one of our party members, Imba, who was also from Ravnica, a goblin experimenter, an artificer, and one of her experiments blew the both of us out of the plane.
Blew your ass to hell.
Indeed.
I love her so much.
We love Chaos Grandma in this house.
Yes, we do. And Imba went straight to hell. I ended up going to the world of Faerun and spent a few years in Faerun, in the area around Baldur's Gate, where I don't fit in. I am a Vidalcan, blue bald Vidalcan, and they are not native to Faerun. They are almost unheard of, and so was seen as an oddball. First off, and also particularly in the realm of Baldur's Gate area, a legalistic scholar coming from a society that has a grand ritual that actually maintains the law is not going to fit in Baldur's Gate at all. So he ended up at Candlekeep. He ended up in Hell because there was an expedition to go help deal with an incursion, and he and Evie were accidentally left in Hell as the rest of our party was killed. And we ended up with these two and ran into Imba while we were there. At which point I informed Imba that normally I would be arresting you, but we're in Hell, so you get a pass. His bond is he is searching for an answer to a question. There, yay, got it to work.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
No.
I think I minimized Zoom. Don't do that when streaming.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good safety tip.
I'm a podcaster, everyone. Viewers, hello.
I mean, for a while there, we were just live podcasting.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. That works. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Yeah, his bond is he's searching for an answer to a question. In Ravnica, angels and devils are not unheard of. They're part of society. There are factions led by such creatures. So we're familiar with them. But he was fascinated by the question of what could cause an angel, a being defined by its nature, to change its nature. They're not mortal. They're not like us. They think differently. They are structurally different.
Mm-hmm.
So what would cause one to change? Because this happened in Ravnica, and it's apparently happened in Faerun's related realms. So he's been fascinated by this question for years, and now he has a chance to find out at least some of answers to that question. As to his opinion of Julius and Charity. Let's start with Julius. Julius is, at his heart, not a bad person. He is not necessarily a good person, but he doesn't want to cause harm just willy-nilly. He's in it for himself. He's in it for his enjoyment. He's in it for his own story, his own aggrandizement. But if he can do all of those things without hurting people, Julius is fine with not hurting people. But he is also not averse to maybe doing some unethical things along the way. Not a bad person, more like most people in some regards, a little less legally oriented than most people, but for the most part, he's relatively mild.
I enjoy shopping for money.
Yes. He's dishonest. He doesn't trust him all that much, but not in a malicious sort of way. Charity, on the other hand. Scribbler knows entirely too much about Charity. He knows who Charity serves. He knows that Charity is on a path, and he knows that Charity thinks this path will take him to somewhere where he'll gain power and a measure of control of his own world, his own existence. And Scribbler thinks that this path is not going to give Charity what they think they will get. Scribbler thinks that they will, in fact, end up destroying themselves, and wants to prevent them from falling, wants to prevent them from harm, but is not entirely sure how to do that without trying without also removing their volition. And removing their volition would be evil in the eyes of Scribbler. So this causes a tension because Charity in this path could easily destroy all of us. And despite Scribbler's seeming emotionless demeanor, Scribbler deeply cares about the people around and wants them to leave, wants them to come to the decision to leave hell because it is
hell?
better. It's hell. There are no happy endings here. There's nothing good that will come.
Yeah.
Even the devils hate it in hell. That's why they're trying to leave a lot of the time. But he also recognizes that he can't force them because forcing them is evil.
Okay.
So he stays with them and tries to guide them away from bad decisions. He's officious and kind of an ass to them, and particularly to Scribbler to a certain extent, or to Charity to a certain extent. But it's coming from a place of recognizing that that Charity is on a path of destruction that will not only destroy Charity, but also all the people around Charity, and wants to prevent that from happening.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
So bathhouses.
Bathhouses.
So yeah, we're having a spa day after all of
Bathhouses.
this. Yeah. So okay. So y'all left off last time at some pits. That's where you arrived. So you have arrived there, and you can see maybe not necessarily what you anticipated, because right before the pits here, there is a great bazaar. There are caravans everywhere. There are all manner of people from every plane. This is, if you've ever been to Sigil, it kind of like that. This is just every kind of being you can imagine is there. It is loud. It is boisterous. There is music coming from many different kinds of instruments from many different areas of this bazaar. And you see these brightly covered caravans, as well as like big hulking war machines that are all decked out, and there are awnings coming out from them. You see food, like street food, being made everywhere over different fires. So there's like aromas of delicious, enticing scents around, as well as just people hawking wares. There is an area where people seem to be dancing. It is a great, big extravaganza.
I pinch Charity.
I was gonna say, Julius and Charity do that thing where they just like both reach out to each other and like grab each other by the shirt.
Yes. Charity,
Do you see it?
I smell it.
I see that there is a chance for commerce in our future. Be careful of what deals you make.
Yes, Dad.
And as you stand there in excitement and some misgiving, in someone's case, you see a man, and he's got a big beard and a mustache. He is dressed brightly. Let me see if I can give you a picture of what this person looks like, just so you can have... I probably should have done this ahead of time. But yeah, this person, they come up and they have this great big smile on their face. Welcome to the Wandering Emporium.
I look over at Scribbler. I look over at Julius. I put a hand out to go and shake it.
Ah!
And he captures your hand in both of his and
And
gives it a great big warm squeeze with this big smile. It is a pleasure.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Are you the purveyor of such a beautiful place such as this?
Indeed, I am. And there's a picture there in the Twitch channel. You can see this person.
Wow. Julius goes to his knees sobbing because this is the first real sign of civilization that he has experienced since being here, outside of the floating city, which in its own was a pure wreck. And he's like, I didn't think we smell real food. How long have we been here, Scribbler?
Entirely too long. Time is subjective in such a location, so it is hard to establish a firm timeline, but it could be measured in the timeline of months, weeks,
Months!
possibly years, depending on your subjective experience. I would expound upon the possibilities that the timeline.
We've been here a while.
Well, welcome. The Wandering Emporium is here for everyone. And we are not, of course, always here in the Avernus, but we at times travel to different planes. But at this moment, we are here for your pleasure. I am Mahadi, and I am here to ensure that your stay is a wonderful, relaxing, and full of joys and pleasures.
We appreciate your felicitations. However, the entrepreneurial spirit does not generally bring someone to such a unpleasant location. Why would you travel to an unprofitable location such as this?
Unprofitable.
Unprofitable? This is honestly the opposite of that.
Julius, when's the last
friends.
time that you acquired gold in Avernus?
Not but
The other day, and I hold up the money I stole from the charity box.
And where did that come from, Julius?
It doesn't matter where it came from. I got it, and guess what? I am now considered a VIP because I have 15 gold.
Indeed.
Well,
Truly.
we truly accept that. And your friends do have it correct. Where else can one find these delights in such a place? We are in high demand here in Avernus.
oh, I can only imagine.
Boy.
You look weary. May I suggest?
How dare you? I am gorgeous.
Oh, your physical beauty is one of breathless intake.
Charity is the golden light of the sun, and I like stroke Charity's hair and like giving him a look like, well, no.
But one who is a holder of such physical delights can still be weary. And you have been on the road for a long time, so may I suggest the pleasures of my own establishment, Infernal Rapture, day spa for VIPs.
We are
Well.
VIPs. We are VIPs.
Now, allow me to confer with my associates here
Oh,
before we wind
indeed.
up making a
Yes,
decision.
yes.
But we will get back to you very shortly.
Oh, I will be just over here. And he moves off.
I huddle up and then I look over at Scribbler and I kind of like loosen the huddle a little bit.
Raised eyebrow.
Charity, wasn't Infernal Rapture the name of that place where we met those two folk and then they,
I would advise caution. Not all that you see here is what it seems. Almost certainly. Mahadi is almost certainly not what he appears.
Yes. Anyway, y'all know that there's a rod here, right?
Yes, we're aware of that. We know that.
Yeah, we are well aware of your obsession with the rods.
We know you love those rods.
Ball's rods are important to you.
I know you like to get your hands on all those rods. But
Right.
But,
so
yes.
the mission that we are.
Look,
Yes.
let's since the rods are apparently here, why don't we
A quick. I mean, here's the real question: rods first, and then relaxation.
Rods
R&R,
first,
or
in case the relaxation ends up being illusionary and perhaps a trap. Maybe we should acquire the rods first, and then you can seek the enjoyments that you clearly are not going to listen to my counsel on.
you know what? If you help me get this, I absolutely will listen to them. It will. You know what? And I put out a hand. It will be a day for Scribbler.
Very well.
it kind of does
Shakes
put in,
his own. They shake their own hand and is like, wonderful.
so let's do this.
Let's off then. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Mahadi.
Mahadi.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
So now you are the purveyor of goods in this establishment of well repute. We've heard all about it and
Mhm.
its
Oh.
glorious dealings.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course. Now, I have a few questions as to where one might acquire some goods and various services here. And your recommendations as to where to get them.
What kind of services and items?
Oh, I mean, we have a list of, a wish list, as it were, of things that we want here and have been looking for back up on the surface.
To be clear, the list has not been enumerated and has certainly not been written out.
It's a mental list.
it's not a real physical list, is what we're saying.
I don't think it matters. Anyway, so
Well, that's what Scribbler said.
That is an accurate description of my statements.
would you like to write this one out so that way you have it on hand?
I am unsure as to what you would put in a written list.
What are some things that you miss from back home?
Law and order.
Well,
Tangible things, material things, please. If we can keep it as such.
The library.
Books.
books.
There. Write down books.
I pull out
Or
a tiny.
is it rather, hold on. And I look over at Scribbler. Is it about the books or is it about the quiet place where nobody wants to go into and leaves you to your bidding?
Both are advantageous to my general mental well-being.
Well, write down books.
Books. Books.
Anything else that you miss?
Freedom of movement into a place that doesn't involve being attacked on a regular basis.
A spa?
Spa.
A general sense that the universe makes sense.
Good food.
Good food. Got that. Good food.
Oh, I know one.
Are you going to share, or is
Yeah,
that
it's just, this is a personal one that you don't want to share with the group.
Oh, advantageous atmospheric conditions, which would produce a general sense of calm and meditative spirit to all the people around me.
Brothels. Got it.
That
We already wrote down spa.
Oh,
that is
All in one combo. Anyway.
no.
No?
I can't add brothels to the list because I was going to add brothels to the list as my own personal ones in need.
We'll just put an extra check mark up on
Got
side
that
there.
extra check mark. Asterisk for Julia.
It'll indicate, yes, that it is multiple doings. Once we get a hold of
Yeah, full on Picard at this point.
Okay, I was just texting Henio here for some. Oh, they're mentioning stuff. What is this? Okay. What can I do or not do? Okay.
Yeah. A little bit of a recap. We have been tasked, or Charity has tasked the group with.
At the behest of his devilish lord.
I was
Mhm.
getting to that. Don't jump the gun. So yeah, fine. We're looking for 9 adamantium rods inscribed with text that reads Solar Incendiator Lock, and then it goes 1 through 9. I'm presuming from the 4 that we have.
Oh, you have 4 of them.
I believe.
No, we have one that has the number 4 on
Yeah,
it.
that's what it is. Yeah,
We
we
have
have
3 of them. We have
Yeah.
the number 4, the number 1, and the number 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be where we were looking for the 4th.
Yeah.
And because I am playing Scribbler, I will correct you. It's adamantine. Adamantium is from Marvel Comics. Adamantine is the mythical material.
You are absolutely correct, and that is entirely on me.
Okay,
Yes.
so as you're compiling this list, Mahadi is watching and listening, and starts. Who is doing the writing, Julius?
I'm doing the writing down.
Surprisingly, Scribbler is not scribbling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see him start to write, and I was like, I could. No.
Yeah.
We shall now don the pontificator instead.
So Mahadi looks over your shoulder, Julius, as you're writing this, and you can hear him in your ear. That can be done. Scrumptious, and just narrating and just some fun words. And then
Mahadi, I appreciate what you're doing, but like a bubble, maybe a bubble, maybe.
Yes, that can be arranged.
No,
Bubbles, we need bubbles.
No.
I mean, anyway, I just start pressing into bubbles as we're doing this.
Thank you very much.
Anywho,
I truly despise this plane of existence.
many more material things. Let's see. Adamantine.
Adamantine.
Let's see. New finer clothing.
Finer clothing.
Because I need it. These are disgusting at this point. I've been cleaning them with prestidigitation, but you You can't get the smell of Avernus out of these clothes.
It really doesn't get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, no offense, we all could use some new threads, as it were.
We really could.
New clothes.
New clothes.
Uh,
Oh, a war machine.
A war machine.
War machine.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Let's see. And
you do realize that they will traffic in costs of things that maybe you don't want to trade.
I think that's a problem for future us.
let's see how much I have on me. Not material wealth, like personal.
I mean,
That's not a lot.
so maybe we should cut back just a little bit then, if that's the case. If we are worried about them taking a pinky or an eye from us as payment, maybe we should cut back a bit.
Oh, no. And Mahadi just kind of interjects. I really don't need any more fingers or appendages,
Any
organs.
more?
The
No,
things that which groups like this trade in are much more esoteric. Things like your happiest memory, or possibly a year of your life, your soul.
What is a soul, though, really?
What is a
Besides-
year of my life, if not, as you
Yeah.
stated, esoteric blah blah blah?
I mean, eventually I'm probably going to get turned into a piece of currency down here, so what's even the matter point?
We are trying to correct that possibility so that you have a much more advantageous and enjoyable outcome.
Right, I'm trying to set you all free from this place. Anywho, let's get back to business. Mahadi,
Yes, business. Yes, hello.
of course. So, what sorts of currency do you deal in here? Might I ask?
Hmm. Yes. So I have one rule, and one rule only. You are allowed to enjoy what we can offer, as long as you can pay for it. And if you can't pay for it, you can still enjoy. We might be able to come up with some sort of, business arrangement. We do enjoy the good soul coin, as is the current currency of the place in which we are situated. But gold for some items, that can be used as well.
I start triple checking my pockets, and then I look around and I'm like, oh god. Oh god, Evie has all the soul coins.
Yeah, no. Evie does not. Evie has one because Evie is not evil.
Evie only has
Evie-
one.
Evie has a lot. She has a lot because she has a higher con mod.
Yeah, she has
I think she
several
has like
soul coins, yeah.
3.
She's got 3? Okay, yeah.
I dumped my last one into the bike so that y'all could
Yeah, so but
speed.
I have 10 gold, as I said.
We'll deal in these sorts of things later. Anywho, wonderful. Any other sorts of? Now, you said we can
Mm-hmm.
discuss perhaps coming up with some sort of payment if we couldn't. Along what lines? Just so that we're as transparent as possible.
Oh, indeed. Transparency is good for business. Good for business. So you can work off debts. So if you wanted to be trained. We have training programs in which we can train you with skills so that you can perform some services for us, so that you can work it off.
Folks, that's
Interesting.
fair.
I am going to ask a direct question of you. Being the entrepreneur that you are, I think you will appreciate a certain candid nature. Do you have an adamantine rod?
Adamantine rod. Adamantine rod. We have so many things here. We haven't done an inventory, year-end inventory. It's still a few weeks away. Let's see. Rod. I do not know.
Very well. I will.
Insight.
Yeah, insight check this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, please do.
I also am doing the same.
Ooh.
So, yeah, maybe, probably. Let me double check my bonuses here. But 19 plus, so 25.
I got a 15.
I got a 15 too. I rolled a 7.
Okay, so Scribbler,
Yes.
you note that this person is a very good speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that this person, they understand double talk. They understand how to get what they want in a way that people don't even know is happening. You can read that from this person. So you can definitely see that this person always has an ulterior motive.
Sure.
Always has something else going on. So you can take that as you may.
Can I tell if he was obfuscating when he actually said, "No, I do not have this rod"?
You feel that he does not have this rod.
Okay. Very well. Um,
Shall we peruse?
Yeah, I suppose we can still enjoy the area.
Would you
I-
like
Taking
to
your-
dine? Dinner
I
is
think we
being
have-
served.
Oh.
I will eat what limited fare we have left. I feel that I can find nothing in such an emporium which would appeal to my overall senses given the costs involved. You have nothing I want.
I have something everyone wants.
You will have to convince me of that. Till then, I will sit down and do my work and break out my scribing kit and calligraphy and cartography stuff. And I'm going to sit down and start drawing what I see and write descriptions of what I'm seeing.
Okay. And as you're having this conversation, Mahadi is waving at a very large caravan behind him. It is gorgeous. It is red. It's painted red, but it has like gold trim. It's very gilded, very ornate. And the stairs are like a polished mahogany, and they're carved intricately with different creatures. And they lead up into this grand double-doored room. And then to the side of it, there's a placard with a menu in which you can see it. It's like, well, when you so desire, Infernal Rapture is here to cater to your wants and needs. Whatever you want, we have it.
I look up at the menu. Oh my gosh. This is real food. This is
Julius,
yeah. Yes.
do you have, I don't know, anything of moderate value?
Yes, I do.
It is my understanding that myconids are sentient beings.
Well, everything's a sentient being when you think about it. That before we eat it. So
I think you have failed to understand the definition of sentient.
That being may, yes. I am still curious to see what they taste like.
Also, werebores are sentient beings.
You know,
But they're werebores. They prey on innocent people.
Certainly, and they should be punished. However, cannibalism is generally considered to be evil in every thinking society I can come up with.
But is it cannibalism if you're eating another species?
If it's a thinking sentient species, then yes.
mm,
Hmm. But I am really hungry. I is there anything on this list that doesn't have meat in it? I mean, there's the
I mean,
twice.
there's the vine blight salad, but like,
I'm not gonna eat a salad.
Oh, we can arrange a vegetarian meal if that is what you prefer. We cater to all dietary requirements.
Yes.
Gluten?
oh,
We don't need it.
oh. I mean, I feel like Captain Julius, you might enjoy
Mhm.
that dessert, the sweet apple tart with the celestial caramel drizzle.
Oh, that does sound really. That does sound amazing.
Tantalizing.
Yeah, it does sound
It's
tantalizing.
probably cursed.
I mean, eat some food. Why not?
Yes.
We
I
do not curse people in our establishment. What kind of name would I be making for my business if I were to go around cursing everyone?
All right. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I will have as my appetizer. I will have the spicy shredded stirred sliders.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they're
Oh. Sorry.
mm.
I
We have to go
have
inside.
staff who
Oh.
will do that for you.
Oh, then let's go inside because I'm quite hungry. And I wanna-
Scribbler, if you don't want anything, you can just get like, I don't know, a water or something when we go inside.
I will observe. I will not partake.
Come,
don't
let's go inside.
Scribbler, if we get bread for the table, you can have that.
No, but thank you for the offer.
I'll hand Scribbler some of my rations that I have left.
I take them
It's-
appreciatively.
Very little,
I head on inside.
like maybe half a day's worth of rations.
I'm like eagerly heading inside.
Okay, so you head inside and you kind of feel a bit of like a shimmer or glimmer. You feel something as you pass through the threshold. It's not unpleasant in the slightest. There's just this little like you've passed through something, and there is a grand lobby. This lobby is 4 times the size of this caravan. So, and it is full of marble floors. There are great big fronds and beautiful vases that come over. There are columns that lead up to a vaulted cathedral ceiling. There is a grand staircase that opens up to 2 different areas that leads to a second story. And you can see to your left a opened door, and there happens to be a maitre d' standing behind it. This maitre d' is dressed in a tuxedo, and they appear to be elven, maybe half elven. They present mail, and they are waiting. And then on the right, you see another set of double doors, and there is a tiefling woman. They present female, and they are waiting behind looks almost like a receptionist desk.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna start crying soon. I don't
Fascinating.
think I've ever been in such a refined establishment in my life.
So I'm really smart at magical things.
Mhm.
Can I tell if this is illusory or actual, like some sort of dimensional architecture?
Okay. Well, if it's illusory, you would, if you tried to interact with it, you can most likely tell that it's illusory. You're not getting this. It feels very physical, very real. If you go to touch something, it's there. Um, yeah. And now, whether or not it's interdimensional, I mean, give me an Arcana check.
Yay!
The thing that he has plus
Really
a
good
million
at that.
So 27.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, you are pretty sure that this is like a dimensional pocket of some sort. You've heard of these sorts of things.
Interesting.
The air. It tastes not like mud.
This is just fantastic. Everything about this, I I feel relaxed. I feel calm. I feel like
Let's get a table.
yes, let's get a table.
I just start looking around through watery eyes, like where.
Excuse me. A table for 3, please.
The maitre d' looks up. Oh, yes, indeed. Welcome to Infernal Rapture. We will get you seated. A table for 3. Would you prefer a window or a waterfall view?
Waterfall view, please. Thank
And-
you.
Okay. And the maitre d' like reaches out and gives a little wave, and another male presenting person walks up, and they appear to be a gnome, and they are dressed very smartly, like kind of like in a tux, but they have a white apron tied around their waist. They pick up 3 menus from the maitre d', and they smile widely at the 3 of you. Please, this way.
Sure. What's in the window seat?
See, I said no to the window seat because I thought it would probably be out looking Avernus, and that's not something we want to look at while we're eating.
Maybe.
I
Let's go.
believe that you may have inappropriately read what a window seat does in this establishment.
Well,
This
as
place exists outside normal dimensions. The window may look into someplace else.
well,
Which
you walk
window?
into the room, and you can see the windows.
Ah,
And each window has a different view.
Oh,
One window is overlooking a great big plain. It's just a plain of grass and flowers and the odd animal frolicking about. There is another window that shows a cityscape. But this is a city, this is a strange city. Is architecture from all over the place, and it's all just mishmashed together. You can see something that might be dwarven and something that's elven inspired, something that might be human inspired, halfling. They're all together just right next to each other, and there is a bustling street seen out that window. Another window has a gorgeous beach view. Another one is, it's somewhere in Avernus of endless hellscape, and so forth as they go on. But on the other side of the wall, there is a great waterfall that appears to fall from somewhere almost like 4 stories up. And it comes down into this artfully natural looking pool of water with rocks and things. And there are 2 merfolk lounging on the rocks, combing their hair.
Presumably, that is actually connected to the elemental plane of water, which would be interesting, I suppose.
But that's if you felt all this was real.
No, it is at least partially real.
Hmm.
There may be a glamour upon it to make it feel more appealing. The details of the place may be enhanced through some sort of glamour, but the
Waterfall,
actual
please. I haven't seen water in so long. Please.
Okay, so you are brought to a nice table that has a white tablecloth over it, and there are some beautifully carved chairs that are like overstuffed and nice and cushy. And at this table, and this is a table that is set for 3. The table is up against like the waterfall, like the rocks of the waterfall. And so, but you're far enough that you're not going to get any sort of spray.
Well, I take a seat at the table, and I like excuse myself, and I take a napkin, put it in my lap, and I like kind of look around at everything, just enjoying that we're in a fine eating establishment in the first time in forever long time. And if when the menu is given to us, I will start looking through it and taking note of what I want to eat. Definitely going to have the let's see. How are the spicy shredded stirred sliders cooked?
Oh, they are cooked to order, so how you would prefer them? Do you prefer rare, squiggling, or, well done, as some prefer?
No, I'll have it well done.
I turn over to Scribbler. What is that? Do you know what that thing is?
It is hard to identify particularly here.
Would I know what a sturger would be?
A sturge is a
It's a little tiny beast. And it kind of looks like...
It has a long needle-like nose
And
that
it's got
is
wings.
used to suck the blood of its victims.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mosquito.
Only bigger.
Yeah, but it's still considered
Interesting.
tiny.
Yeah.
Vile.
Yeah.
I'm going to look about the place and just be like, interesting. I look at the menu and point at it and show the maitre d'. There's no prices on this.
Yes, indeed. From our regular menu, this is all included in the spa experience. Now, if you want
Oh.
any specialty items, those, we do have to procure them and prepare them, and that would be 1 soul coin.
I think we should just take what's on the menu here since we don't have a soul coin to give.
Sure. Yeah.
So, don't ask for anything special.
Yes. Thank you. That would be and appetizer.
Do you want to try the pan-filled myconid cap? I bet it's delicious.
Oh, it is one of my favorites.
I would advise against eating the remains of a sentient being.
Yeah, I'm not big on pickles, so I think I'm good for the appetizers.
Okay.
I'll save my appetite for dessert.
Okay, so we have a well done spicy shredded stirred slider.
Yes. And for the main course, I will have the. I would like the deep fried miniature giant space hamster.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes.
That is
Seasoned-
probably non-sentient.
seasoned to perfection with rosemary, basil, thyme, and tears. Ooh, is that no? That's oh yes, that is thyme with a Y. Okay. Um, that might. I might. Let's two of those. Yeah.
Okay.
Another order.
2
Deep fried
space
hamster.
hamsters. They write down on their pad space hamster times 2.
Scribbler, what about you?
Nothing for me.
Nothing for you?
Nothing.
Can we get a water?
A
Yeah.
water. Would you like to take a look at the wine list?
Mm.
3 waters.
3 waters, yes.
2.
Just like a pitcher, maybe.
Just leave 3 glasses, leave the pitcher, yes.
Okay, we can do that for you. I shall return with your waters, and I will get your order put in for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Charity's just like, yeah, just like keeps going back down.
So you are dined? Not wined. Watered and dined?
Watered and dined.
Watered and dined. Scribbler, you do not partake in any of this?
No.
I would like to test the waters.
Okay, so
Scribbler has read enough stories to know that you should not eat or drink anything in such situations.
Well,
okay. Well, y'all
asked
eat your
that he
food.
should share those because Charity is.
I've tried.
Yeah.
You only said as much as I'm not going to. You know,
I did actually advise you not to, but
there were no anecdotal. It was just like, oh yeah, don't eat here, and I'm like, but have you seen the place?
Yeah, Julius is not going to eat here because that would lead to a bad story for him.
Yeah, I knew the best I could do with you two was to convince you not to eat the sentient things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was off the list. You were like sentient creature, and Charity went, "Oh, yeah, oh, I'm okay."
No.
Space hamster seems relatively not.
It is unlikely to be sentient.
Indeed. I mean, yeah, their Minsk might not be happy about it, but Minsk isn't here, so you're
But
fine.
Minx and
Sorry.
Boo don't know. Minx and Boo don't care.
Exactly. Okay, so, however, Julius and Charity, if you were at all feeling tired, or if you had any sort of disease, that's all gone. You feel wonderful. And in fact, your meal has all of the effects of Hero's Feast.
Whoa.
So, yeah. So a creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. So you're cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened. And you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Hero's Feast.
Yes.
Yep.
And your hit point maximum also increases by 2d10.
Holy cow.
Yep.
So
Do we roll those?
Yeah, do we roll it?
yeah,
You like to roll
you can
those.
each roll your 2d10 and see how many hit points you increase.
Ooh, 11.
I was gonna say, Wally, you want to roll one? I'll roll one. We combine those 2d10.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, which you already
I'll roll one, and so here we go.
9.
6.
Okay.
17.
15.
15.
My
Yeah.
brain is
Yeah.
off.
Math works differently.
That works different.
Math.
So
How
yeah,
does
so you
that
have
work?
15 hit points that you have gained to your maximum, plus you've gained that 15 hit points as well. And these benefits last for 24 hours.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Yeah, Hero's Feast is awesome.
Yeah.
Hero's Feast is sexy.
Super good.
He's
Yeah,
sexy.
Mahadi treats his patrons properly.
Uh-huh.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're eating, you're finishing up, and your waiter comes over. So, do you have any room for dessert?
Oh yes, I would love a dessert. I would love to try out the sweet apple tart with celestial caramel drizzle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Two of
it-
those.
yeah, a question. When you make the caramel drizzle, is it a
Is it drizzled with celestial?
Yes, that's what I was going to
Or
ask. Is it drizzled with a celestial, or is the caramel infused with a celestial and drizzled on the apple tart?
Oh, well, it is a trade secret, I'm afraid. Our chef does not like to give out their recipes. But never fear, it is truly celestial.
Okay. So I would definitely like to have. I would love to try that, please. And I will have me a cup of coffee along with it.
There are many things that are celestial. For instance, Lulu.
Oh. I
We'll
cannot.
split it.
We'll
I'm going to ask, what is Lulu making of all this?
Oh, I don't think Lulu has joined us.
Yeah,
Or-
I
I think
don't.
Lulu
I think Lulu's with Evie
about
and Imba.
Okay.
To which we look around and we're like, oh shit, we forgot the girls.
We forgot the girls. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh. They'll
what
be fine.
assholes we are to go dining without
I
them.
know. I feel terrible now. I feel terrible. They would have loved it. Evie would have loved this.
Oh my god, Evie would have had I think that at the twice battered axe beak. Oh my god.
She would have.
love
You know what we should do?
Can
Excuse
we
me,
get
waiter?
something to go?
Yeah, is there any souvenir? Because I think Imba would love a souvenir.
No, we
Mm.
can't.
We can't
get
forget
things
We
back to
can't
go.
forget about is there any souvenirs?
Oh, indeed, we do have a gift shop.
Okay, because I would feel terrible if we didn't at least get if we didn't get
Something.
Imba, one of those those little sun dried
Wood ornaments.
Yeah, those little sun dried hood ornaments that says
I
Bazaar
do
on
wish you would perhaps consider the potential cost.
We
You
have.
can peruse our gift shop. We have everything for every price point.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Let's
wonderful. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna split that the sweet apple tart.
And I'll have a cup of coffee.
Can we get the celestial drizzle on the side?
As a dipping?
Perhaps.
Oh, indeed, yes, we
That is a
can do
dipping.
that for you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, and will you be staying for our evening's entertainment? We are looking for volunteers.
I kind
Yes.
of shake Charity when they say volunteer.
Yes, I believe we're going to.
Oh,
And-
fantastic.
Volunteers?
Yes, we have a little game show, and we're just we always look for one person from the audience to come up on stage and partake.
I look over at Scribbler and then I'm like, oh wait, he doesn't. And then I look over at Dennis and I'm like, I mean, my penchant for games.
It's right up your alley.
Unfortunately, you're not very good at them.
I look back over to Scribbler and my eyes just prestidigitate flames in them.
I just sip my water awkwardly.
Well, I'll let you think about it. I'll be back
Yes.
with that
Yes.
dessert and your coffee.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you.
So if you don't want to try the celestial drizzle, at least it's on the side. That way you don't have to
You won't be potentially eating Lulu. Hide.
Yeah, Lulu was very easy. I mean, if we were worse people, we
No, totally. I
Very
will
easily
very easily. It would
had
happen.
some delicious.
If you were worse people,
then-
I
If we
would not
were
be
worse
here
people.
with you.
If we were
Exactly. But
I thought
Because-
about it.
See, that's the thing. Is
I
that
thought about it.
if we were awful people, Scribbler wouldn't stick around.
No.
So like we're fine.
Yeah, but
I-
I've thought about it once or twice.
Julius.
I
Julius,
mean,
don't talk about that.
You
I've
have
never
thought about eating your companions?
no, not.
Anyway, I have a way for us to pay off the food. Don't you worry.
Oh, all right.
So
I believe in Ravnica we would call it dine and dash.
oh no.
Oh no. Oh, I don't think that would work here. I believe I've done plenty of Dyna Dashes in the past, and I get the feeling that would not end well. Yeah.
we can
I
only
would
run
suggest
so
that that
far.
is not a wise course of action.
I mean, I do feel rather hardy, but no, absolutely not. I mean, I have magical means of distorting the value of things to make them seem a little bit more, you know.
Do not rely upon those means. It is quite probable that Mahadi has a way of seeing through them.
Yes, this place is quite smaller on the outside, so.
Okay.
You are used to making interesting infernal deals, but always remember that those who you contend with have been doing it for thousands of years longer.
Well, time to rack up some of those thousands of years. No, I mean, like that's just how you get your start, huh?
That's how warlocks work, right? It's like you make 10 deals, you get a free something.
Right.
Warlocks tend to end poorly.
the frequent deal card.
I pull up my punch card. It's not like you punch every time you make a deal. It's you get punched every time you make a deal.
Quite often they end poorly in general, but I cannot make those choices for you.
Okay.
No.
Well, I think now, as we're finishing up our meal and contemplating dining and dashing,
To be very clear, Charity absolutely like tests the apple tart and definitely does dunk a little bit into the celestial
He
drizzle.
tries out the celestial drizzle too because he's really curious.
Like, how can you not?
Yeah.
it was delicious.
Literally divine.
Yes, it was divine.
So good. And I feel horrible for so tasty.
I like try and sleight of hand it and just like try to keep it on me.
I don't even try to sleight of hand it. I am sliding handing, like dipping
No.
and eating it over and over again.
I mean, like the little ramekin that they brought it out in. Like, I will try and sneak that because I'm just gonna lick the inside of it and just get rest. But, like, there's
All right. Well, I think now's a good time for a break.
absolutely.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can all, bio breaks and all that. So we will be back in roughly 10 minutes. Please don't go away. We'll be back.
Love ya.
Hello, welcome. We are back from break and we are at Infernal Rapture, a restaurant and spa owned by Mahadi of the Wandering Emporium. Our heroes have just dined on spicy shredded sturge sliders and space hamsters, and they secretly tasted some celestial caramel drizzle that
Wasn't
was
secret. It was
divine.
absolutely not secret. It was not secret whatsoever.
No, it was not at all whatsoever. We knew
Okay.
what we were about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So even though you got it on the side, you were like, this is
It
good.
started as a like, I'm just gonna try it, and then like just like dipping like the corner, and then it was like,
It's like,
full on.
just like grab the spoon. This is for me. Okay, so you have finished your dessert, your coffee is done, and your gnome server comes and clears the dishes. Say, if you would like to be a part of this evening's entertainment, you can go sign up with the maitre d', and then we can get you seats in the auditorium.
You should sign up, Charity. I think you would do great.
Yeah, I gotta work this meal off somehow.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do great. Is there in the game show, is there physical challenges?
No. This is a light-hearted affair.
I think you'd be great. I think Charity.
Listen, I would have been fine no matter what. I'm going.
Okay. Yeah.
I would caution against participating in such frivolities in an environment where our moral character may be tested.
What morals?
I mean, look, if I was in the Scribbler, I would have cheated anyway. So come on.
Charity.
At least I'm not gonna cheat.
I mean, I would cheat.
Exactly.
I'm being
I know.
honest about it.
Be careful.
I will.
Right. Well, let's go.
I go and sign up.
Okay, yeah, the maitre d', you sign your name. You notice that there are 3 other names there.
Mhm.
But the maitre d', like, you see 3 other names, but the maitre d' is very good at, well, let's see how good. Sleight of hand. Natural 20. Yeah, they're very good at ensuring you do not see those names.
Ooh.
I'm looking at the crowd.
Yeah, I'm
just sort of scanning to see if there's anyone of particular interest, anyone that's doing anything that I should be wary of, anything that
Right now you're
stands
just
out.
at the maitre d'.
Okay.
You are not yet at the auditorium. Right now you're in the lobby of Infernal Rapture, and there are some people lounging on a sofa, a very fancy sofa, full of.
Charity is doing finger stretches to try and get themselves ready to
Okay.
play and game.
Well, if you just go up the stairs to the main doors of the auditorium, our ushers will direct you to where you need to go.
Wonderful. I look back at Julius and Scribbler and I'm like, this didn't go bad the last time at all. And I start wandering up the stairs. For reference.
I watched them go like, we almost died last time this happened.
Yeah, for reference, Victoria. The last time that Charity was
Off by themselves.
while the rest of the group was somewhere else, Charity got feeble-minded.
Oh!
And then run over.
And then run over by the war machine that was stolen from them.
Okay.
I watched Charity go like, Here's hoping they don't die this time or almost die like last time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm heading up.
Do all three of you head up to the auditorium?
Yeah, I'm gonna head up
Okay.
to the auditorium.
Yeah, so you head up that great grand staircase, and there are, various doors that lead into an auditorium. There are people like ushers who are dressed very smartly, and one actually has a clipboard, and they look up as you ascend. Ah, yes, Charity. Yes, Charity. And they put a check. If you would please follow me, we can get you into hair and makeup. Will your friends be joining you backstage?
We can be backstage?
I would recommend that at least one of us be in the audience.
How about I go backstage and while you stay in the audience?
I think I want Scribbler backstage with me. Happy, if that's okay. I
Oh,
want
that's
to get the full breadth of
Very well.
experience.
okay then. Yes, I will go to the audience, Scribbler. Keep an eye on them,
I will.
and I will head to the audience.
Okay, another usher comes, and they provide you with a box seat.
Is there little opera glasses in the box seat?
Oh, yes, of course.
I sit in the box seat and I pull out the opera glasses and I just go, okay, let's see. And if when Charity walks out, I go, Charity! Charity! Hi!
Oh, this is the worst idea.
If there's anyone in my box, I nudge them like, I know them.
There's no one in there. It's just you. It's reserved for the guests of the people on stage. So you're just whispering to the usher.
Yes, that's actually.
Apparently, my teammates are 12.
That's even better.
So, the Charity and Scribbler, you are brought around into a back hallway. Suddenly, these hallways aren't as nice as everything else because now you're backstage. And you are being brought to a hair and makeup room. You see a bustle of various peoples moving out back and around. You see a variety of like stage doors, backstage doors, like room doors, dressing room doors. And you are brought into the contestant number 1 room, the two of you. And it's just your standard dressing room. There is a great mirror, and there are a series of candles lit around it, illuminating it. And, there's a counter, there's a few chairs, there is a small, love seat. And in it, there are 2 people. One is a bit androgynous, and the other one is just very happy looking. You have an androgynous halfling, and you have a person who looks to be female presenting, who is a half orc. But the half orc has the most beautiful makeup. Gorgeous makeup. That shading in the eyeshadow is mwah.
Lovely. Normally, Charity would be taken aback by this, but when they looked into the mirror and really, really finally caught a glimpse of themselves, and because they haven't really looked in mirrors except for the one that sapped them of who they were for a bit. They're just struck for a minute with their own vanity and very displeased by who they see.
And as you kind of look a bit shocked into that mirror, the two attendants there say, "Oh, don't you worry, we will get you brightened up in no time. There is a private bath for you if you would like, but please be quick as we only have 30 minutes to get you primped and ready to go."
I'll be ready in 10.
Okay. And they point to a door, which, if you open, leads into a nice bathing area. There is like a hot spring in there. There are fresh towels and soaps and perfumes and oils.
Scribbler,
Yes.
as you are off to worry about things being
Should I?
not as they seem, give me, I don't know, 40 seconds to disrobe and be in the bath, and then would
Of
you
course.
care to?
Of course. I'm not going to join the
No,
bath.
no, me in the room. Yes, no, that was out of the question.
This is neither the time nor place for such things.
Right. Moment. And we'll step into the room like not Ace Ventura. Bruce Almighty, Bruce Almighty style, like, disrobe into the bath.
All right.
You wait your 40 seconds and.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a towel wrapped there.
Yeah.
And they're like, up to here. It's like, you can see just like the little bubbles burbling out.
I mean, unless you make it eventful, it is an uneventful bath.
Wonderful. I'm just so glad to have been soaking. Yeah. After that, I'll get up, get outside, and just like start to do what I usually had done to prep
Okay.
for a performance. But I will let the two aid me if they so
Yes.
choose.
So the half orc ushers you to the chair in front of the mirror and immediately starts like doing your hair if you have any. Do you have hair?
Yeah, Charity has like medium length ice blue hair
Okay.
that is just strange at this point to see on them because it's so different
Mm-hmm.
to what it used to be like. It used to be kind of like almost a sea foam, like green bluish. Now it's like an icy blue that's almost stripped of color.
Okay. Well, they put it up into curls and pile it atop your head. And their curls like framing your face. They're having this half orc is having a great time making curls. Like, woo-hoo-hoo. And then the other one, the I said halfling, right? Yeah, halfling. They pull out two hangers, and they hold them. Oops, sorry. They hold them up in front of you. Okay, so I think these are about your size. Would you prefer the damask gold suit, or would you prefer the red braid?
I mean, gold will look like I'm naked up there. Red doesn't quite suit me.
Well, I really disagree. I think the contrast of your hair with the red and your wonderful skin tone will just go quite nicely.
They'll reach a hand up and take the red one.
Okay. And it's a nice it's a robe with like a suit jacket.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, and you're beautied up. They put makeup all over you, so like now like your face and your neck are like 3 times darker than your actual skin tone because like the lights from the stage will wash you out otherwise.
Mm.
But yeah, so you look a little disjointed up close, but you're fine. You'll look great. You look wonderful. And then someone kind of just like raps officiously on your dressing room door and opens it. They don't wait for an answer, and they have a clipboard. It's the same person who ushered you back. They have the clipboard. Okay, we are going to be going live shortly. If you could please follow me, and we can get you to the set. Sir, to Scribbler, if you would like to view from backstage, you are more than welcome to view the show from the wings.
I will observe.
Okay, please come this way. And they lead you through a maze of corridors until you arrive into a darkened area with black curtains around, indicating the stage wings. Okay, if you can just please wait here, and we'll start the show.
I wait for call. Thank God.
So, Julius,
Yes.
you are seated in your box, and suddenly the orchestra, they stop their warm-ups and their tuning. There's a pause, and then this great fanfare begins. It's very upbeat. It's very great. And then on stage, from one of the wings, the curtains have not opened yet, but from one of the wings comes out a very tall elven woman. She is glowing. She is wearing like a silvery gown. She has a microphone. Welcome everyone to Love is Here. We have some great contestants for all of you.
The look was the best part. What?
You didn't ask what kind of show you were gonna be on.
Not at all. Absolutely not. And they wouldn't have.
Oh my gosh.
Looks over to screen. It's just like, all right.
Okay, and the crowd is very excited, and they're all clapping.
What's my snack situation in the booth?
There are no snacks in the booth, but there is a pitcher of water. And you do have your opera glasses.
Well, I'm looking through my opera glass. I'm taking a sip, and as soon as they say the name, I do the biggest spit take.
Okay. And she waits for the applause to die down. I am Dahlia Lovely, and I am your host. Will we will at first, we will introduce our lovers. And
It puts a hard grip on Scribbler's shoulder.
Oh, no. I'm behind the scenes.
I thought we were getting called out from the wings. Oh, dear God.
Oh gosh.
No, not yet. You're still in the wings.
Oh,
Yeah,
we are?
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you're still in the wings. But the curtains open, and Julius, what you see, because Charity and Scribbler cannot actually see them from where they are on
I'm
stage.
just going to take
left.
my headphones off so that I don't hear this.
Okay, yeah.
I
Yes.
don't want to know until after.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh, yes.
Please do that.
All right. So
All
just give me a thumbs up when audio is back on.
Will do.
All right. Ready?
Okay, so what you see are 3 people in sections. They're in their own almost like little booths. You see in number 1 a beholder. In the second one, you see a hobgoblin. And in the third one, you see a hag.
It's Julius. when oh my gosh, he's just sitting there like you know that one gif of Kermit like holding his like he's just like doing that the whole time. He's like, oh no, oh gosh, like oh no.
Oh.
Oh, Boise, I realized that I could read lips a quarter of the way through that, so I was like, oh god, I can't look at this.
Oh no.
Okay, so the crowd is like, woo, yay, at these reveals. And we have from the material plane our contestant for love. Why don't we give a great hand to Charity?
With
Yay.
a hard grip on Scribbler's shoulder, let's go, and is now just smiling, and they're prestidigitating like sparkles coming from them and just like in a trail behind them as they walk on.
Oh, the crowd loves that. They're super into that, and you get an even bigger applause. And people are like, yes, woo!
Yeah.
And that's
I
when
definitely
Julius is
can't
yelling
see-
out, Charity!
Charity. Charity.
I definitely can't see you because the stage lights are.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me like 2 minutes to adjust, and then I might be able to see you. I just hear, and I'm like,
From the wings, can I actually tell any more than what Charity can see on the stage?
No, because the way they've angled everything is so that people who are on stage left can't really see the other contestants. So Scribbler doesn't know either. However, there is a stagehand dressed in all in black, and they come over and they're like, if you want a better view, follow me. We can go over to stage right.
Indeed.
Okay, come this way. And they lead you through a hallway behind the stage and then through a door over to the wings on stage right.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I can see what's on the stage at that point?
Yes.
Oh. Can Charity see me?
If Charity were to look that way, yeah.
I can see on stage right, even though I can't see.
You ever seen the dating game?
Yeah.
Do you ever notice how that they've got that little divider so you can't
Yeah.
see on one side, but you can still see off to the side of the stage?
Yeah. So, you are then greeted, Charity, by Adelia. Please have a seat. We are so pleased to have you. And she points at a lovely gilded stool.
I'll take a seat and just prim myself up and be.
So, Charity, you can ask each of our lovers some questions. We have lover number 1, all the way here from the Underdark. And we have lover number 2, who makes their home generally in Thay. And then we have another one from Rashomon.
So, can I make history checks on? Well, I would assume that I know the Underdark being from around Faerun, but the other two.
Yes. Yeah, you can.
All right. So, history. Oh dear lordy. Not my strongest suit. 18 for contestant number 2's. And natural 20, so a 21 for contestant number 3.
Yeah, both of those are countries in Faerun, and they're actually both quite near to each other. They are both situated in the northeast corner of Faerun. You know that Thay is home to the Red Wizards. The Red Wizards do not have a very positive reputation amongst most people of Faerun. And then Rashaman is a country that is ruled by witches. It is a matriarchy, but on the throne is the Iron Lord, who is a man. But their roles are very separate. But generally, it's overall a matriarchy of witches called the Hathrin, and they share borders with Thay, and the witches and the Red Wizards generally don't like each other.
I wouldn't think they would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
what was the third creature? Because I'm viewing.
We have a beholder, a hobgoblin, and a hag.
That's what I thought. Hey, cool.
Perfecto.
Okay, so Dahlia says, who would you like to ask a question of first?
Let's see. Let's go in order. Contestant number 1. How do you generally like to spend your time?
Oh, I enjoy soaking in the sights of wherever I am.
A sightseer.
Indeed.
Interesting.
Julius goes, boo. It's like a faint boo. He's like, boo.
Contestant number 2. Tell me a little bit about where you're from. Do you like it there?
It's a home. It's the type, I do a lot of traveling, but it's what I call home.
Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Contestant number 3. Let's see. If you were to rate your best qualities, what's number 1?
Oh, I am very helpful for souls in need.
Someone charitable. I love
Indeed,
it.
yes.
Okay. I look over at the the person with the mic standing about. I'm
Yep, Dahlia.
like, Delia, we get a second round of questioning.
Oh, yes, please.
All right.
I
But
can't cast
meanwhile-
this. Well, I'm sitting here thinking they're not going to let me cast anything.
Try it.
I want to look around. What is the chandelier situation here?
Oh, there are various chandeliers.
I keep that as a mental, and I'm like, okay, good.
But there is one big, great, grand crystal one in the center that hangs like over the floor seats.
Okay.
Which you're up in the boxes, which wow. We set this up perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah,
Scribbler?
Scribbler, what are you up to in the wings as this is all happening on stage?
Well, this is
Not what you expected.
Gosh.
Yeah, I turn to the person who's in the wings, sort of being my manager, and say, I believe I am somewhat overcome with the situation in general. Might I adjourn to the dressing room to wait my friend?
Oh, yes, of course you are. Here, do you remember the way, or would you like me to escort you?
I can certainly find my way.
Okay, you just go through that door that we entered to come in through here. Go down that big long hallway, but do not turn left because if you turn left, that is going to lead you to the lavatories. So just keep on going straight and then you will make a right, then a left, then a right, and it should be the sixth door on your right.
Excellent. I am going to head towards that door, and when I get to the door, before I pass through it,
Mm-hmm.
cast send. 2 is your safest bet. Whatever you do, do not pick 1. 3 is the hard one.
What the hell do you mean? What?
And then pass through.
Okay.
Wait, Scribbler, where are you going?
I cast it before I went through the door in case I'm suddenly in a different plane by passing through the door.
Yep. You are not. You are in that long corridor behind the stage. Where do you go?
What do you mean 2's my safest bet? What do you mean? What do you mean 3's the hard one? Like physically, I don't. Never mind.
And I go back to the dressing room and sit down and begin working on another piece of scribing.
Okay. Julius, what are you up to here?
All right. So I am worried about this situation right now because oh boy, this could go one of two ways, well, three ways really. I'm just keeping. I would like to sneak back out of the box
Mm-hmm.
and try to make my way to where the closest way that I can get to one of these to the stage area.
Yeah.
Backstage area.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you go to slip out of the box, are you trying to be stealthy or are you just walking out?
I'm being sneaky.
Okay. So give me a dexterity stealth.
19.
Oh yeah, you're very sneaky. The usher who is looking after the boxes on your side, you just sneak right by them. They don't see you.
I just sneak my way down to the backstage area.
Okay.
I'm trying to not trying to avoid the manager that was there before. I'm trying to find someone else that's backstage.
Okay, yeah. So when you get to the backstage door, there is security. There are 2 security people on each side of the door.
I'll walk up. I just walk up right up to it. I'm like, I need to go backstage. I just got a little lost.
Oh,
my friend is the contestant.
Says the one ogre. Yeah. Name?
Oh, my name is Julius.
Julius. Hey, Fred. Yeah. I don't see a Julius here. Let me take a look at that.
I'm right there.
And then he turns the page over.
Is there like a pen? Like, are they holding? Is it like a pen hanging from the clipboard or anything?
Evens, yes. Odds, no.
Okay.
Evens, yes.
I would like to.
Two.
I would like to slide a hand, grab the pen, and write my name.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Because also I have the gloves of thievery,
Oh, God,
which
yeah.
gives me a +5 bonus to sleight of hand checks.
On
Okay.
top of what you already have.
Yeah.
Oh, vile.
So my sleight of hand is already a +12, so I'm adding +5 to it. That is,
Plus 18?
yeah, that is a
17.
20.
17. I
That is
can't.
a 20.
20.
So
Yeah.
you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has this never come up before this?
Because I had no reason to sleight of hand anything.
To be fair, we're usually either setting it on fire or trying not to piss it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do it. Oh, there you are. You're at the end. In you go, and they open the door for you.
Thanks. I walk in, and I look around. And is there any like stagehands back there, or like any like production assistants? or anything?
Yeah, there. So when you first walk into the backstage area, because this is the backstage door, there's like a little podium kind of thing, and there's someone working there, and she looks up and she looks at you and with great big smile. Oh yes, Julius, I believe
Yes.
you are. Oh,
Yeah.
you've decided to join us back
Yeah.
here.
Yes. I was just a little question.
Yes.
What happens to the winners?
Oh, they get a lovely trip together.
Oh, I see. And no one knows exactly what happens to them on the trip, do they?
Oh, well, that's up to them, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Scribbler's like, brings out the little straight edge.
Someone
is-
knocks on the door. Would you like anything to drink? Any would you need more ink, paper?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, we'll be back and see if you need anything else.
Indeed.
Is there the hot? So are they like on a break right now, or are they about? Looks like they're about to ask the next round of questions.
Oh, I probably she listens to this weird earpiece that she has in her ear. Oh, they are I think they're going into their second round of questions.
Oh, okay. I lean over. I look over to the hobgoblin. Like, hey, come here, hobgoblin.
The hobgoblin is on stage.
Oh, he's on stage. Oh,
yeah,
definitely,
everyone's on stage at this
Oh,
point.
man.
Yeah.
And I just like pretty much stand by there, like nervously go like, okay.
Okay. Would you like? We can get you a chair for the wings if you would like to.
Yeah,
have a seat and you
I'll
can
be
watch.
fine right over here. I'll be fine right over here.
Okay, yep. Just please make sure that you do not step over that line, because if you step over that line, then the audience will be able to see you from the opposite side.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Well, thank you very much and enjoy the show.
Got it. All right, and I try to like look if I could see Charity.
Okay. Yep. You can see Charity.
I look over Charity. I'm like,
So I have a question for all three contestants.
Oh, okay. Well, who are you going to start with first?
So let's start with number 2, and then we'll go over to 3, and then to 1.
Okay. Number
So-
2, are you ready?
Yeah, ask away.
So I am a bit of a bard. I enjoy stories and telling them. What's your best story?
Best story. Well, there was this time when we were raiding, right? It was a great town. It was, they didn't even have thatched roofs. Like, they had proper roofs, and we normally, our group, this was a step up. So, we were raiding. Now, normally, the reason why I mention all this is because normally, you throw in the torches and the fire arrows and, like, everything just lights up, and then you just really got the run of the place at that point because people are just too busy saving their valuables, which you can just easily just take from them. But yeah, so these ones, they had actual tiled roofs. So what we did is we employed the use of some ogres, and we had them throw giant rocks over to, like, smash those tiles. It was great, and we felt so powerful after that.
Wonderful. And then to myself, I'm like, Scribbler, this is the one? This one? Out of all of them? Really? Contestant number 3. Your best story?
Oh. Well, there was this one time where there was a prince of Rashomon, one of the sons of the Iron Lord, and he, my heart just melted for him, really. There was a Catherine with whom he was in love, but of course she had her own duties, and she was very intent on them, and he just needed her attention. So I helped these two lovebirds get together. She noticed him, and they were able to go on evening boat rides together.
Bit of a matchmaker, I see.
Oh, it does delight me.
Things are starting, like wheels are starting to turn. Contestant number 1. What's yours?
Oh, well, I have centuries of stories to tell, and it's so hard to choose just one. But there was the time that I was able to render a dwarven king speechless.
Ooh. Interesting. Well, we've all had our
Oh,
bouts
God.
with royalty.
Oh boy.
When may I get to choose?
Oh, well, we have, just one round more questions. It's a 3-round show.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. So, contestant number 1, let's get back to you. What do you look for in a partner?
Oh, I look for someone that I can spend hours with, just taking in the sights of everything around us and traveling. I am big into traveling. I need someone who, can just travel with me. You never find out really what kind of person someone is until you travel with them.
I can only ever agree with that, as he looks directly over to the wings and at Julius.
I'm like,
Contestant
oh
number
gosh.
3.
Yes.
How would you spend an evening with your partner?
Oh, well, I enjoy spending time at home and cooking a lovely meal together and just dining by firelight.
Ooh, romantic are we?
Mm.
Contestant number 2. What's your ideal date?
Well, I
August
just
23rd. I'm sorry, I had to.
Well, I like a good party. Nothing like good party with the flowing drinks and, some good music and dancing.
A bit of a wild child. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I've come to my decision.
Oh, our contestant has come to a decision, everyone. Will it be our lovely contestant number 1, hailing from the Underdark? Will it be contestant number 2, hailing from the great country of Thay? Or will it be our mysterious romantic contestant from the country of Rashomon?
I'm gonna roll a d6 to choose between.
Oh
Actually,
no.
no. I'm gonna roll a d4 to choose between contestant number 2 or contestant number 3.
Okay, evens odds?
Yeah. Evens is
Number 2?
number 2. Odds is number 3.
Okay.
Roll the 3.
Mm.
Contestant number 3.
Okay. So, contestant number 3, hailing from Rashomon, why don't we... I need to give her a name. Why don't we greet Layla of Rashomon? Please, everyone. And the partition slowly starts to move back. And contestant number 3 is revealed to you. You're good.
Oh no, I know. I was just adjusting so that I get
Okay.
all of this.
Yes. Contestant. Now she
I have
has
to roll for composure.
she has long black hair, and she is wearing a gray gown that has a slight bit of silver thread through it. And there is no mistaking what she is. She is a night hag.
See. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that contestant number 2 was the bugbear.
Well, the part
Close.
at that point you're close. And at that point, Dahlia says, "Well, Layla, how do you feel about this?" Oh, I am so pleased, and aren't you just lovely? And she says over.
After an appropriate amount of time in the dressing room, I'm going to wander back around the time I think the game is ending.
Well, I think you know what's going on because the show is the audio is being pumped into all of the rooms.
Good.
Yeah. So you know what's going on. And that Charity has made a decision.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will wander back to the wings as it ends.
You find Julius there.
I'm just sitting there
Chomping at the bit.
And Layla approaches you and extends her hand. Charity.
I will take it and do a nice little bow.
Well, we hope that you have a wonderful time at your week-long stay here at the Infernal Rapture together in the wonderful honeymoon suite. But before we do send these 2 new lovebirds off, we are going to introduce who you possibly could have spent some time with, Charity.
Oh, do tell.
And the second partition goes by, and they say, now let's go to contestant number 2. contestant number 2's name is Bert. And Bert's partition slides back, and you see a hobgoblin.
Right.
Bert waves.
Ah, well, it was fun. We could have had a good time.
We'll go partying out soon, though.
Ah, that sounds great.
And we have contestant number 2. Contestant number 2 is Leonardo of the Underdark. Leonardo, please introduce yourself to Charity. And the partition slowly rolls back to unveil a beholder in all of their glory.
Well, beauty is certainly in your eye.
Oh.
Really?
Let's be honest, we were all sitting on that one.
Yeah.
We were all sitting on that one. Super hard.
I would not have gone there. But you know, that's just me.
Some of us don't have class. Oh.
And I'm going to whisper, it's almost stage whisper, in a direction that I think the beholder can hear.
Okay.
And say, I wonder if the night hag rigged the game in her favor.
The beholder, you don't know what the beholder did or did not do to that, but because they're very good at keeping their composure. The night hag glances kind of, and then sidles a bit closer over to Charity. And Dahlia says, well, we all wish to congratulate our newlyweds. And we will see you again tomorrow at Love is Here.
Newlyweds?
What?
Newlyweds?
And the curtains close.
I look over the production system. Did you say newlyweds?
Well, yeah, that's the contract that they signed when they signed up for this. They're married, yeah.
Oh.
I'll wander over to the night hag, stick up my hand.
Oh, hello. Are you
Hello.
one of my partner's friends?
These are my other partners.
Yeah, I congratulate you. It is very ambitious of you to try and lay claim on something already claimed by Baal. But hey, you are an ambitious sort, I assume.
Oh, indeed. Oh, delightful. You know Baal. Oh, well, I am surprised and pleased. Oh, dear, we are going to have so much to talk about.
I head onto the stage. I'm like, Charity!
Hello, my dear.
What is this? Don't. Why are you suddenly speechless? You said you were going to walk off and partake in a game show. I wasn't aware you were going to be off and doing this. What is this?
Quite. Let's go find that maitre d', shall we?
Oh, no. I'm going to make a scene right now is what I am going to do. I am going to make a scene here. No, don't. I am going to make a scene.
Put a hand on.
Trying to calm me down?
I'm going to look at the night hag and say, what did you say your name is? And I'm using my ability.
Okay.
So she has to make a save.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because if it's not the name that was given, that contract is null and void.
I'm like looking Charity directly in the eyes here. I'm like,
yeah. She has to make a save, a wisdom saving throw. And if I succeed, she's charmed for a round and I know her true name.
Okay. What's this DC?
16.
Oh, well, I rolled a nat 20.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that
Yeah.
again.
And it's a nice unicorn. I think you can't
Mm.
see.
Yep, that's
Yep.
that is in fact a unicorn.
Yeah,
That's definitely a unicorn.
it is. Sorry.
I tried.
Yeah. Oh, my name is Layla Atulu.
Layla Tulu.
Layla Tulu. Layla Tulu, that's a wonderful name you have there. But it obviously, Charity just decides to up and leave from me, probably the best several years of your life that you ever had, to get up with Miss Layla, who, once again, it is a charming to meet you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but right here, Charity decided to just end all of this. What is this, Charity? No, oh, you dearing me? Are you dearing me? I'm your dear now.
We'll talk about this in a moment.
Oh, we're not going to. We're going to talk about this right now.
Well, Dahlia is like, well, this is lovely. But I have other things to do. I need to
No.
prepare for the late show.
You're gonna come here and speak with us because
No, this is Dahlia, the host.
oh no, I know.
Oh, no, sorry, it's not in my contract to be. I just host the show.
Well, who do we talk to about this contract then?
Oh, dears. That's on you, not me. Goodbye. And she leaves, and, I know it's a little early for this, but I think we're going to end here. And I'm going to leave this for a future y'all and Eugenio problem.
So Julius leans into Charity, and he whispers in there. He's like, I am trying my best to make this awkward for her so she can leave. Please let this work.
I don't think awkward's gonna drive this one out.
I don't think so either. We may have to, cut our losses, maybe.
Okay.
Ooh, murder.
So this has happened.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what
Oh man, I
Sir
can't see what
Mr. Ball is gonna say about
Yeah.
you have a wife now. You have a wonderful partner. This could be your new something.
hey, listen, I made bad with one night hag
Yeah.
in hell.
Mm-hmm. So here we go.
There is a game storytellers will sometimes play where they will tell a certain amount of a story and then hand it off to another storyteller, and they will almost deliberately leave it at a place where it would be almost impossible to pick up from.
This isn't impossible.
Oh no, this is I know exactly where we're going here with this.
Yeah.
Eugenio
But-
has no idea that this has happened, by the way. I can't wait to text
This is
him.
gonna be wonderful.
Uh,
This is gonna be great.
I'm gonna call him out on Twitter on this one.
This is gonna be-
He
What
told me
did-
I could do whatever I wanted, and I'm like,
Oh,
but hey, there's a possibility for a really cool NPC here.
You know,
there he is.
I might have a very powerful wife.
Yeah. You have a wife that could this could solve our war machine problems.
No, that's
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I
I'm just
need
gonna have
someone
this
on my
stapled
side.
here from now on. It's just gonna be
Actually, you
permanent
know what?
for
I
card.
am going to text Eugenio right now.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
all just at once text Eugenio and just say, Sir. Sir.
oh gosh.
What?
I just texted. Charity has a night hag wife.
That's
That's
all you
it.
need to know.
That's
That's it. That's it.
You know,
I love D&D so much.
love and marriage, love and marriage.
Okay, so hello everyone. Well, goodbye at this point. We are we are going to say our farewells. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't, please click subscribe. And because we are very close. Have we hit our 1,000 follower count yet?
I don't know.
I
Did
don't
No,
know,
because I know
sure.
last time we were only 13 people away. So
Yeah, we were very
yeah,
close.
very
Oh,
close.
we did. We
Oh,
are at
yay!
1,001.
Nice.
Well,
We did
thank
it.
you, everyone.
Yay!
Aha! Actually,
Woo!
we got 3 followers this weekend. So we went over the 1,000 mark during the show.
Yay!
Oh my
Thank
God,
you,
thank you guys so
everyone.
Thank you guys
much.
so much, y'all.
Yeah, thank you so
Indeed.
much. That's exciting. Oh, well, I can let them know about that too. Okay, well, again, I'm Victoria Rogers. You can normally find me over at the podcast The Broadswords, an all-woman and non-binary D&D actual play. And you can find me on Twitter at Mimi Merlot. Wally, why don't you tell us where we can find you?
My name is Wally. Go by he, him. You can find me on Twitter at WALLE132, usually talking about D&D or whatever nerd culture just pops into my brain. That's where you can find me at.
Mike?
Hey guys, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me on the Twitters over at Enzo Michael, or on Instagram at Mike What the Hell. I'm most of the time just posting about how much I love my partner.
I'm sorry I
Anyhow.
messed up the screen, everyone. At least it's the end.
It's the end. We're fine.
It's fine.
And Jeremiah.
Yeah, I'm Jeremiah McCoy. I'm found at Tech Noir on Twitter, and you'll find me on the Tome Show from time to time and various other things. I do lots of things and stuff, and wow, I'm gonna be processing.
I got a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, I got processing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta sit back, take a nice long walk by a lake, have like one of those thinking montages.
Yeah. Like Alex has to process whether or not this was real every time because it's like starting at 1:30 a.m. for her. Like this is a new level of that.
Yeah, this is a whole new level of it. I want to definitely give a shout out to Victoria for being our really awesome DM.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for playing directly into our hands.
Yeah,
You did a great job.
amazing job.
Thanks. I'm glad you had fun because I was
Oh.
told to just do a fun, lighthearted thing. So here we go.
Boy,
Oh.
howdy.
No
So-
consequences at all.
Oh,
None
never.
at all
None.
whatsoever.
All right.
Uh.
Well, tune in next Saturday, and we will see the repercussions of dating shows.
Mm.
Mm.
All right. Bye.
Bye.